the management says it's all about the sustainability. We need to focus on the future. The future is brighter, and trophies will come, it will follow. And don't get obsessed with the trophies much, as our new CEO said. That doesn't, like, the fans we have, we don't deserve this actually. We don't deserve this. Like, we expect the club and the management put everything.
वेलकम बैक टू अनदर वीडियो देसी ड्रिबलर्स के चैनल पे। एंड हम लोग आज प्लान किए थे, मतलब बहुत दिन से प्लानिंग कर रहे थे कि मतलब एक एक मतलब हर एक आईएसएल टीम्स और आई लीग की टीम जितने भी टीम्स होंगे, और हम क्लोजली मतलब फॉलो करेंगे उन टीम्स को। एंड वी विल इनवाइट अ फैन फ्रॉम ईच क्लब दैट, और हम लोग को समझाएंगे हर एक फैन कि हाउ इज द क्लब परफॉर्मिंग राइट नाउ, व्हाट्स देयर सिचुएशन राइट नाउ। तो हम लोग को सब एक फैंस के नज़रिए से हम लोग समझ पाएंगे। ये तो हम लोग को सबको पता है कि मतलब एक क्लब को मतलब रन करते हुए कैसे रन हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, सब एक फैन के अलावा हम लोग को कौन बेटर समझा सकता है। तो आज हम लोग के साथ है अब्दुल भाई, जो हम लोग केरला ब्लास्टर के मतलब बहुत बड़े वाले फैन हैं, और उनसे हम जानेंगे कि मतलब एक अभी केरला ब्लास्टर्स का करंट परफॉर्मेंसेस को उनका क्या थॉट्स है, फैंस के मंजापाड़ा के जो अभी रीसेंट अनाउंसमेंट है उसके ऊपर भी हम लोग बात करेंगे। तो उसी के ऊपर होगा आज का वीडियो। लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड। First of all, thank you, Abdul Bhai, for joining, and, for taking out your time and joining for this meeting, and discussing about the club and all. So thank you for joining.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be in this like it's a live video and getting like it's all benefit in the Indian football, and it's like it will get some reach, and it will always have a benefit for the Indian football. So it's good to be here.
Hmm. So first of all, I mean, how did you start supporting Kerala Blasters, and and when did you start supporting Kerala Blasters?
It's from the first season only, 2014, when the ISL got introduced, and then the hype was like it was like anything, and Sachin was the owner, and all over Kerala actually it was so hyped, and the fans were filling the stadium more than what we have seen now, because now it has been the stadium capacity has been very much reduced. It was around 60K 70K every day, every match. It was filling every day, even though the performance was not good or whatsoever. People were coming to see the game and supporting. So even I started at 2014 supporting the club. In the very beginning, I was not sure what's happening, and very much behind who are the owners. Like, the only thing that I know is like Sachin is the owner of the club, and these are the players. I didn't know who there is a foreign players rule, and there are Indian players also. So gradually, when the league got developed, and then it got recognized, and we got AFC spot and all. So even I was learning together, and I got to know many things and foreign rules and the club's management and the changes, everything. That's how it got started.
So during the AFC Asian Cup, we saw a tremendous support from the Manjapada Qatar for India's campaign on the AFC Asian Cup journey, and we saw how much they supported India's campaign during that time. But currently, the KBFC's performance hasn't been that good, and the fans have been quite angered with that performance. But how do you keep yourself motivated to keep supporting this beautiful club?
Yeah, like, starting from the 2014, we haven't won any silverware. Everyone knows that we had the only ISL club without any silverware. So, but still, people been coming to the stadium every year, every game, and filling the stadium. Like, that's what the people in Kerala is all about. They give everything for the football. They are very passionate about the football and the culture of football, and that's what brings these fans to the stadium. For even after very even after very bad performances, the fans has never left, gave up, and they have been coming to the stadium even after the very low performance. If you see that, like, as I said, the only club without a silverware plays in ISL, but still, I guess, the number of fans coming to the stadium, if you take that, we'll be in top two or top three. That's how it is. Look, that's the difference is very big. So what keeps us motivated is like it's from a birth itself. Like everyone who is born here is getting some sort of thing in their blood. Like very, they are very passionate about the food, whatever it is. They might be anything, software engineer. They might be working in somewhere or whatever it is. But when it comes to football, they are coming here. Like as you said in AFC, the Qatar Manyapada, they have filled the stadium like anything, man. Like they have been coming to support the Indian football. They have brought drums and everything, whole 90 minutes. Even though, even if you see the Indian team's performance, it was not that good.
Mhm.
You see, even currently it's not that good, but still fans were coming for every game. They were filling the stadium. So it's some sort of thing that comes from the state, like in the Kerala people. Even I felt like, I don't know how, but it comes by birth in Kerala.
So as you mentioned that it's just a state, Kerala state thing. Just like in Bengal, we see that football culture, and we see just like that we see in Kerala that there is a football culture. Rapid football culture, with rapid growth. That from kids from such young age start playing football, and so many things. Do you think that the state that has I mean the state that has given such passionate followers of football, such love for football, do you think KBFC has not given enough to them as a team, and as a team, and joy, such joy of winning something, hasn't they haven't given back to the people?
Yes, absolutely. We like the outcome has been not what we have given. We have given everything to the club, but what they have given, if we ask, they have nothing to show. That's what it is. Like we haven't won anything. Still, we have been supporting. Even if you see, like there should be something to celebrate, right? But we didn't had anything to celebrate. Even if we are the largest, like even in Asia, we have been the biggest fan base, but still we didn't get any chance to celebrate or like anything. I'm still waiting how it would be if we are winning something. It would be like anything in the like there will be parades and everything, but still waiting for the first one. That would be seriously some miracles happening inside. But yeah, as you said, if you ask me, did they give us back what we have given? Absolutely not. They have not given what we have put to them. Actually, the time, the money which we spend for the club, we didn't get it back. What it worth? That's what I feel.
And the last part question of this part is, what's your most cherished moment of most cherished memory of Kerala Blasters for you?
The one which we had, like these whatever. Whenever I get this question, I remember that one match, that's Kerala Blasters versus Chennai in FC second leg, where like it was a very heated up match, man. It was, I guess it was in 2016. Very, like we had been down, and like we never thought we would come back, and then we saw some Stephen scoring this winner, and we winning it. We are getting into another final. That was one of the most cherished game that like I have been. But if you ask me, one of the best season that Kerala was that, then it should be obviously the Ivan Ukomen's first season, 2021-22. That season, oh my god, I still miss it. So that season has been like, throughout the season it has been like anything, that one kind of, like we were in the 10th position, 9th position, 10th position, 9th position, and suddenly Ivan comes and we gets into playoff, we gets into semis, we gets into final, and the teams is like pumped up. It was like more of family. It was not a team, it was more of family. And that was a season to remember in whole 11 years of Kerala Blasters.
Just as you mentioned that Vukomanovic, that era, you mentioned the first season of Vukomanovic in KBFC. There's a thing with KBFC management. The decision making hasn't been up to the mark like other clubs, or how a club should function with the decision making, how the management should take or should have taken. Do you think there's a serious a crisis of footballing brain in the management or something?
Yes, I think like the decision that they make many times have been not that good. Like in Ivan decision, I would be like, it's okay or not okay. But there are so many other decisions that they have miserably failed. Like not keeping the key players, like leaving so many players. Even though if it's okay to lose some players if they are not ready to renew, but there is no like to like replacements. Just like they are leaving everyone and not replacing with the same replacement and getting the players from my league or academy and just adjusting it and fixing some budget and that's not like there is and the management says it's all about the sustainability. We need to focus on the future is brighter and trophies will come, it will follow, and don't get obsessed with the trophies much, as our new CEO said. That doesn't like the fans we have, we don't deserve this actually. We don't deserve this. Like we expect the club and the management put everything. They should go all out and get something. At least now they have been here for such a long time, so it's high time. It's a very very high time that they go all out and get something for us fans. So I absolutely believe that we deserve something. So the decision making has been not that far. They have failed many, they have been successful in many areas, but they have been also like been miserably failed in so many decisions.
Hmm. Just like you mentioned that there haven't been a clear decision making protocol or something like that, like how we can take better decision, how to take better making chances creations that we have seen. But something I would like to mention and agree with you, that you mentioned that about the Vukomanovic area, that how well he done that, but you weren't sure that if the decision was okay, it was not okay. But do you think that there's a serious issue of not keeping someone consistently? Like a manager cannot come and join and make a team successful in just 6 months of period, or in a 1 year or 2 year of period. He needs some time, he will add some players, he will train some players, he will spend time with players, and then then he can make the team better. but do you think the quick changes of coaches, like Vukomanovic was doing great from an Indian football perspective. I was following Kerala Blasters, but haven't been following that well. But what your thoughts that Vukomanovic and other coaches, they were they were removed suddenly from a position from which where they could have from where they could have done better.
Yes, like as I said, we were like below par. We were not getting into playoffs for continuous like 4 or 5 years, and Vicomanich comes suddenly. Like he got into the team and he made a family like within some few months, and it got like we were like flying high and winning every like breaking so many records, and we were like anything. And suddenly like the second season was not that good, but I have seen like there has been so many injuries and there
Mhm.
has been no replacement, or there has been nothing like very good replacements happening. So Vukovic had some limits, so there is something like he cannot do it all alone. Like he need players, he need better players. So uh, that's what I said. I'm like not okay or okay with the decision that management had. Like they can't put that Ivan did the mistake. They are just like they are just going off and said Ivan made the mistake. Like it was Ivan who was not capable of winning something. But if we see the squad that Ivan was given in the last season, it was not that par. It was missing so many players. Jackson missed or around 10 matches. We've been missed so many games, and our midfield was totally gone, and we didn't had good attacking players. Our Indian core was not that good. Our defense was not good that good. So looking all these things, I always feel, and I always said this, like Ivan at least deserved one more season with a very full squad, so he could have given us something. He could have definitely given us something if at all the management was ready to give whatever he has asked, whatever the squad he has asked. So that's what it is. So even if you see now, there are so many key positions without some good backups, without some good competition within the squad. So even Mikael Star, he cannot do anything, like he cannot do miracle without the good players in the squad. So that's what it is. It's all about the management. If they are going all out, it's all good. Even coaches can do well, but without going all out and without giving a proper squad, I don't think even the very good coaches can do anything here.
Hmm. uh, like you mentioned that Ivan deserved better, a better chance maybe, or a single, maybe a single season he could have, we could have, KBFC management could have showed faith on him, and he did good with KBFC. One season was off, but you think, there's a serious injury issue with KBFC too, but we will talk on that later on in depth. But do you think that, the managerial changes, the quick changes which were made, and this season we saw Mikkel Stare in KBFC. Do you think this has also led to a big shift, as it's not consistent? There's no consistent name in KBFC manager, KBFC manager.
Yeah, like if you see the era before Ivan, there was coach every season. Every season we were getting new coach. Steve Coppell comes, goes. David James comes, goes. Then comes another name, and he goes. Comes Kibu Vikuna came, and he went. Everyone was for like one season, done, gone. There were season we had two coaches also. So there were season where we managed with Ishfaq Ahmed, as he was an assistant coach and he was given the manager career too. So Ivan was the one who stayed here the most. So I saw the recent stat in the ISL page, like Ivan Vukovic holds the record for having like he had 67 games with Kerala Blasters. That's the most by a coach for a
Highest
club.
number. Hmm.
Yeah. So Ivan was the one that was consistent at Kerala. He was the only one at Kerala. He was the only one who was given the chance, and he was the only one who was consistent. At least he was getting into playoffs for three continuous season. So from that, getting a new coach, new assistant coach, and everything new. So it was like we already knew that it would take some time to get settled into this new coaching staff and players. So but we waited. It's been more than 11 games, and there have been no results. So that's when the fans got angry and they got protested. Like we can see it. Like before the season itself, we could see Cheekson was sold, and we didn't see any good replacement for him. So there is no proper DM. We could have gone for Nikhil Prabhu or anyone, but we didn't go for it. And also, like there have been so many chances that management could have grabbed some good players. Like if you see, Hyderabad was in a crisis last season, and many clubs, including Goa, took Yasir, and Bengaluru FC took Nikhil Pujari, Sana, and we were just watching all these things. Like if at all we had some good, like if at all we had invested some good money, we could have had a better squad now, but we didn't. Like if you see, we have a pretty good foreign squad. Like we have six good foreign, even though not six, we have at least four good foreign players. But if you see the core Indian team, we are we are very failed in it. Like we don't have a very good Indian squad. That's where we are failing it. So if at all we had invested good at Indian players, we would have been very good, I feel. So that's why we have been failed. Like not getting good players, like letting go of very good players that we have, and not getting the like to like replacement for the same. And if we are replacing with I League players and academy players, that's where that's where we have failed like anything.
No, just as you mentioned that there's a serious issue with, that retaining key players, then signing good and key players for your team, good replacement for your team. There's a thing I saw just yesterday, that Kerala Blasters is the only team without a football analyst. So we can understand that how important role a football analyst has in a football team, but Kerala Blaster doesn't have one. Then secondly, we have seen that there were good options in market, but Kerala Blasters management weren't ready to pay such high price or high salary for the player. Do you think that decision making are not focusing on key areas, like not hiring a football analyst for the team? Is it something concerning?
I have seen that like Ashish was reported, but from what I know, I have a close contact with the set piece coach, that is Moraes. So I have spoken with him, and what he said is like he is not focused only on set piece. Like he is an analyst. He was hired as an analyst, and he is doing that same. So we don't have, like, we have an analyst, but we didn't announce him as an analyst. We just announced him as a set piece coach. That's the thing. But if you talk about the second question, where like you asked, like we are selling key players and we are not replacing with the key players. So what management say, like if you see what Carolis King is our sporting director said, like he said like the Indian market is inflated, so he cannot. That's why he is not offering the good amount to the Indian players. But from what we can see is like we in the inflated market we are participating in selling, but we are not participating in
Hmm.
buying. So like how is it working? So when you are okay to sell a player at a very high price, like Dixon was sold for more than 3 crore of transfer fee, but you are not ready to pay the same thing to get a player in replacement of the same player. So that how is it working? So that's where even we are like, so you are, if you are saying that this is inflated and we are not participating, you are not selling the players for a good amount, so it would, I mean, okay. But this is not the case here. Here is like he is we are selling the key players at a very good transfer fee. We also seen Putia also selling at a very high price. We also let go of Sahel Abdul Samad. These players have been like very important to us, and we have sold them. If you see, even now if you see, there is no replacement has been done for Sahel, Putia, and Jackson. It's been more than 2 seasons since Putia left. It's been a while since Sahel left us, but there is no proper replacement happened for the same position. So that's how it is. They are saying the Indian market is inflated, but there is well, like we are selling at the inflated price, but we don't buy it for the inflated price. That's a very wrong thing that we are doing.
Just like you mentioned that we are selling key players and not able to retain them. Like we saw in 2016 that Ian Hume was sold to 80k, and then he won trophy with 80k. Next we saw Ogbeche. He was part of Kerala Blasters, then was sold to Hyderabad, and he won trophy with Hyderabad. Next we also saw the likes of Sahal Abdul Samad to getting transferred to Mohan Bagan, then Diamantakos to East Bengal, then Putia to Odisha, then Jigsan to East Bengal, and that too in a high price. But we haven't seen that the mentality, to retain key players. Like the way Diamantakos, played last season with Kerala Blaster, he was the Golden Boot winner of last season. But I couldn't understand how did Kerala Blaster let go of player like Diamantakos in the first place. Like if you're getting so much money from the transfer fee, but you can't pay the key players to stay in your team. I mean, how does it work like that?
Yeah, that's where the fans are angry all about. Like if you remember, like we have seen the statement from Manyapada right now also, but we have also seen the same statement before the current
Mm.
season, when the replacement of Dimitrios Diamondouros was not done. Like it was, they were taking so much time to get the Jesus Jimenez. So the player has been good, but we didn't see him in the Duran Cup. Like the effort that management puts to get a silverware has been not that par, because if you see, we didn't see the full squad for Durand Cup. Like before the season starts, the Nikhil came, and he said that like we will have a full fledged squad for the Durand Cup, from starting from Durand Cup. But what we have seen is like we didn't had the full foreign skill. We didn't had the full foreign strength. So we went, we lost, we came back. So again we came ISL, and Jesus, like, he is a very good player. Because of that, like, we he got off the mark in the ISL so fast, thankfully. But that was not enough. We were missing so many key players too. So retaining, when you talk about retaining, we failed many areas, like very good players we have lost. Sahel, Putia, Dimitrios Ramendokos, and also if you see old stories, Ian Hume, Ogbache. If at all we had retained them for a long time. Ogbache, if you see, he left us, he joined Hyderabad, he won trophy there, he was scoring like anything, he won. Then he went to Mumbai, he was scoring again there. So he again came to Hyderabad, if I remember, and he was he never stopped scoring. So he had some 3 to 4 years pending. Like he was capable of scoring good goals even for 3 to 4 years. But we didn't had a plan to keep him. So that's what it is. If at all we had a very good retaining squad, then consistent squad, then we could have seen some good results. That's what I feel. But we failed in retaining very good players.